Oh, sure.
I'm not going to start it without.
And we're live. Well, it took long enough. All right. Just like that. Like 25 minutes late. Yeah, I know. All right. It is another edition of the High Hopes Podcast. Fritzy, we made it, man.
Yeah.
We freaking made it. We made it.
I know.
Baseball.
Well,
The Phillies are playing this week. A game that matters. How about it?
well, sure. I mean, if they play on Thursday.
This week,
I know.
said, but I know. How annoying is it to just go and knowing like it's already probably just going to be Friday and it's like all this excitement, Thursday, all planned. I was going to go to it, the
I
whole
know.
thing, and now it's like, oh, now it's Friday.
Yeah.
It's so much more annoying.
It's perfect. It's perfect. But, yeah, so like yesterday they were playing, and all I wanted them to do was get the Stars out of there. Like, I didn't need anyone getting hurt in the final.
Well, especially in light of the Taiwan injury, which we're all
man.
reeling over.
We'll see if they can even compete for the division after that one.
Just shocking. You know, he came in so focused, so in shape and ready to roll, and then this happens.
Yeah, so it's definitely not a damper. You know, like I'm excited to see what Spencer Turnbull can do.
Sure, it's your guy. Even though you're a dollar, okay, get Jordan Montgomery, not Spencer Turnbull.
If
I
there
was
was
disappointed in you.
If there was one person equipped to be excited about Spencer Turnbull,
Yeah, you're the only one.
as
You're the
part of
one,
this
yeah.
road, dude, I watched him on Saturday.
To be fair, I think Phillies fans, it could be insert any name, and it's not Taiwan Walker. They'll be like, sure.
Well,
all right, better than that guy.
It's funny because when he was pitching on Saturday, I was about to tweet out, he's already a better option than Taiwan. So really, it's just a perfect storm. Perfect storm.
Yeah.
But
Just how they planned it.
I would not be surprised. I know this is the bold predictions podcast.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get there. Don't worry.
So many just bold.
We got some fire predictions coming up.
Man.
Oh,
Oh. I wouldn't be surprised if Taiwan Walker doesn't throw a pitch.
I feel the same way. Like, I expect nothing.
Nothing.
From Taiwan Walker. Like, anything you get, if it's good, is a positive. I expect zip from that guy.
And I just wonder, like, it feels so similar-ish to the 2022, where like Didi was the shortstop and Odubel was on the team, and then it was like
Juris Familia.
It was July, and like you're gone.
Get out.
Now the difference is he has 3 years, $54 million.
It's a bit of a difference.
Remaining
it's a
on
lot
the contract.
easier to say goodbye to like, oh, we owe you like $4 million more. Just get out.
Yeah.
Juris or whatever. You know?
Dave doesn't have many misses.
No, it is funny. It's pretty consistent with the misses. He either misses on the starting pitcher guy for the back of the rotation, you know, either high end or the, you know, Matt Moore, Chase Anderson type guys. He's missed, or he misses by giving too much money to an old reliever. And Craig, it wasn't. I mean, in the end, you know, like Juris, whatever. Like otherwise, he's been pretty good.
It's been pretty good. It's just like. It's funny because I usually get excited about like every signing they make.
Yeah, you weren't in on when
I
they
was
signed.
not a-
I remember.
Huge time. Well, and especially because now, like Eflin is just so much better.
Dude,
And
Eflin's their ace. Eflin is like a top 15 fantasy guy this year.
I know. Doesn't walk people, strikes people
I have
out.
been 23rd round keeper. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Thank you
never
for
a
that.
doubt. But yeah, so it's just
He's
30
awesome.
Paying $30 extra million for Taiwan Walker.
Then Eflin cost.
is
Eflin's 3 for 40.
Infuriating. Now
You had Eflin here. He didn't want to go anywhere.
I know. Well, it's funny because both him and Jamison Tyone, they both stink. Like both.
You talk about Walker and Tyone.
they
Yeah.
both, like,
Similar deals.
Senga got, I think, more than all of them, but right around
But
the
Senga's
same.
been better. He's hurt, but
Senga's
he's just better. He's just a better pitcher.
Yeah.
And we
so-
wanted Senga. Like, we were all in on that.
all in on Kodai. But yeah, it's just, you know, I don't think they're, first off, like, I think the Montgomery thing's dead. Like, I at this point, with the whole save the powder for the trade deadline quote, he won't be ready to pitch until
like May, you would think, right?
Ideally, when Taiwan's coming back, if he comes back from the injury. And I trust the options. Even if it's not Turnbull. I tweeted this yesterday. Like,
Meg, I saw it, buddy. Look at you.
I think if Mick Abel, let's put it this way: if Mick Abel wasn't pitching as well as he was, or looked like he was ready,
You think they'd be more willing to?
probably.
So I don't think they want Mick quickly. I think they want to give him. But I thought so when we were in Clearwater and we interviewed Dombrowski, And it's funny because we asked him about the Jordan Montgomery thing, and he's like, we're really happy with what we got, if healthy, which he threw in. So, take it for what it's worth. But he mentioned Spencer Turnbull as the extra guy. And then he's like, out of nowhere, he's also like, we're really excited about McAble. Like, we think he can contribute this year. And it was unabated. And it was like, he mentioned Spencer Turnbull and he mentioned Mick as the pitching depth. So I thought that was.
Well, that's about it.
It is, but it was notable that he would include Mick there. I thought out of because like last year, like don't nothing to see here with Mick. Don't worry about him. You know what I mean? They were pretty consistent with like he's not ready. It does feel like he's close to ready in their eyes.
Yeah, and Thompson's talked the same way. Thompson's been very like McAble's impressed us, and I don't know how he couldn't. He's finally finding the strike zone, which
he's still so young too.
I know.
Is he 22, 23 now?
22.
Yeah. I mean that's young, man.
For sure.
And that'd be really good.
It would be really good. So
yeah.
I wouldn't expect him to come up and like, oh my god, like one of those like.
I think it's unfair to do. Again, he's 22.
Sure. Even like a lot of the best pitching prospects come up and struggle. So, but I do think that they are buying into him more than they have in the past, and I think that they're like how he looked in not only just the spring games but even the breakout game was we haven't seen him have this kind of command of his stuff yet. And I think they had the right pitch mix for him. They got the gyro slider for him.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Exciting.
Yes, it is.
Exciting.
Woo!
I think the changeup's real. I just for as much as I think that they think Spencer Turnbull might be something, and he looked good on Saturday. He dodged and got in and out of some trouble. He struck out Judge and Stanton in back-to-back at bats, which was great. I wish he was not 93 and 94. I wish he's back to like 96 mile an hour Spencer Turnbull. But he also threw this little like 95 mile an hour sinker out of nowhere that he didn't flash at all. So we're intrigued by that over here. The slider's legit, by the way. It's great. Not rooting for an injury.
Here,
but I'm just glad I don't have to watch Taiwan at least.
My prediction before we get into bold predictions, this isn't very bold. I do think they're gonna have to trade for a guy. Like I think Mick. I'm excited about Mick. Mm-hmm. I don't think where they are as a franchise, especially with the potential for other injuries, the potential for other guys. Like it's not like we can lock in the top four will just be great all year. We hope Christopher Sanchez isn't going to go deep in games to start the season because he had the flu. Like they told us that too.
Flu, man.
You're crushing. Has a team ever been more crushed by the flu than this Phillies team? So I think they will end up trading for someone, but I think I have no problem with them. Especially with the way the season starts. They won't need a fifth, or theoretically shouldn't, without rainout, should need a fifth starter too early. I'm fine with them playing it out and not signing Montgomery now, but I also would be fine with them signing Montgomery. Like I don't like
it's a want versus need.
I get it.
And
I mean it's a need, just not as big a need. Yeah.
Abel's here.
Oh, good.
Like what if he can just be 2011 Vance Worley?
What if? Yeah.
2011 Vance Worley, man.
Problem.
Go on a nice little run. 07 Kendrick.
Well, either way, you still have to get through this. I mean, ideally, Abel goes on the run the second half.
Concern.
He never pitched he's a minor leaguer. What are you going to have? If he starts the season up here now, he's going to be cooked by October. He's going to be Craig Kimbrell by October.
Garbage-ass Seltzer early. What are you with your little concern?
Oh, sorry for me wanting to win the World Series. I care about the window right now that we're in the middle of, Jack.
Dude.
Third luxury tax does nothing to me. Montgomery, no draft pick compensation with it. I'm just saying.
Well.
Talking your language here, buddy.
It would have to, if they do stay over, they'd have to move their spot back 10 spots every single round.
Was that what the third level does to you?
Third level and 20% of your international signing bonus, which is a lot. But
am I trying to win the World Series now or not?
Dude, you can have your little World Series all you want.
Yes, you're right. It's about the journey.
I've tried.
I forgot.
I've tried to explain it to you many times. The World Series is great, but the journey is just as fun.
Okay, sure. It's an unfulfilling journey.
Listen, and in a perfect world, they could theoretically get underneath the luxury tax as the season goes on.
Trading Taiwan Walker. I'm sure the takers are going to. We have to attach.
You don't think they're lining up?
We have to attach McAble to get rid of Taiwan Walker.
Who are we attaching to get Taiwan?
Justin Crawford. What could you get back? Could you get anything back if you attach Justin Crawford? Probably. Something little.
Gosh, Taiwan's really putting a whole.
It's a real bummer.
It's just a real.
It's definitely
bummer.
Dave's biggest miss because it's mostly 1 year deals he's missed on. This is his first big money miss.
Just don't.
Worst signing since Arrieta, I guess. Right,
dude.
Who honestly?
Have a bold prediction number one. Can I just get a
Sure,
bold prediction
please,
out of the
yeah.
way? Taijuan Walker gets the Adam Eaton treatment.
Oh, yeah.
At the ring
Oh,
ceremony
I love
next
it.
year.
Without a doubt. Good call. I like what you did there, but it was good.
Thank you.
Really
High level stuff.
strong work. I will. It's not a bold prediction. This is a bold statement, though. The Jake Arrieta signing was a better signing than Taijuan Walker signing. How about that?
Probably.
Oh my God, though. Like that should not be a problem. Like,
Well, hold on. Taijuan did have 15 wins last year.
it's true. Yep, you're right.
Wins matter.
Yep. Well, we had a caller call in the other day and say, who was he talking about? It's like, why do you think this pitcher's good? He didn't have a good win-loss record. It's
Oh, well,
like,
no, I heard the one
nailed
caller. The one caller called him to you guys and was like, I don't know, guys. Like Nola's 12-7 last year, and Taijuan had 15 wins. So like, should they be giving Taijuan a start over Nola in the playoffs?
You got it.
Yeah. I love this city.
Yeah.
I really do. Baseball wise, it's just
we could do better.
it's so far behind.
We could do better. We'd be better.
Yeah. I mean, now to the detriment of the city, we did go 10 years in between playoff appearances where people just really kind of checked out of the sport.
And hard to blame him. Not gonna lie.
I don't blame him
We
at
didn't
all.
check out.
No.
Everyone else did, but that's
Still locked
okay.
in.
I don't blame you. I can't blame you for that. I mean, jeez. All right, should we do some bold predictions?
Yeah, you just want to jump right into it?
Well, I mean, we didn't. It's too late for that.
What do you
What are
mean?
we, 10, 15 minutes in? We jump right into it. When we just
Dude, it feels early into this podcast, man. I'm just letting you know.
You just want to jump right into it. Yeah, let's jump right into it. That's good. It feels like good. I got a lot of them is the problem.
Okay.
How many you got? 1, 2, 3.
How many do I have?
4, 5, 6, 7. I have like 8 or 9.
Ooh, nice. I have 1, 2, 3.
It's good.
I'm going to combine those
Good
two.
podcasting.
4.
Count them out.
I already gave one of my bold predictions. So I have 7.
Okay. All right. So then I'll go first.
Oh, the little ping pong? You want
I
a
like
little
this.
ping
Let's
pong?
ping pong it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll go with the one that so I suggested we should do a bold prediction. Because I have one prediction that I wanted to make.
The Phillies are going to win the World Series.
It's my boldest one. I refuse to do that this year. I'm not doing that again. Don't
Really? It's a Seltzer special. Eagles,
but
Phillies.
they didn't win it. They didn't win it. So I'm not doing that. I think Aaron Nola is going to win the Cy Young this year. How about that for a bold prediction? I think it's really bold. Here's the thing. I think Aaron Nola is going to be awesome this year.
Okay.
I think Nola is going to bounce back. You look at the history of his career. Every single freaking year, it's on-off. He has a bad year or a lesser year, and then he bounces back and has a great year. It is just the way he's done it. Last year, off year, mechanical adjustment. He's set. He seems like I don't believe this for a lot of people. I don't think you just get the money and you're good or you're set or whatever. Taijuan Walker, a nice example. But Aaron Nola feels like the kind of guy to me who is like gets his money, gets set, and just kind of settles in. Like I think there was pressure on him last year. I think that's kind of gone now. He just knows where he's going to be. He's a creature of habit. I think Aaron Nola is going to be a freaking awesome pitcher.
So I'll go bold prediction number 1 in contrast to that.
Uh-oh.
I think Ranger has a better year than Nola.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have Ranger. I have a bold. I'll just bring my Ranger one is similar, but I said Ranger will exit the year being looked at as a 2 rather than as a 3.
Okay.
Everyone will be like, oh, he's a 2.
Well, so I think if I had to bet right now, I think we get a 2.9 year from Wheeler. So I think Wheeler's under 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that both Ranger and Nola are under 3.5.
Wow.
So
Love it.
I think Nola's going to have a really good year. I like the way he's throwing in spring training. Like, one thing that looks a little bit different is he looks like he's throwing through the catcher rather than to the catcher. So, it just looks like there's more conviction on his fastball and stuff like that. And I agree with you. Like I think the confidence is there. I just JT talked about Ranger.
Dude, don't get me wrong. Again, I have a Ranger
No, I
one
know.
too. I'm all in on Ranger.
I know.
Ranger's been lights out. I don't care about spring, but he's been lights out.
Oh yeah, no, you don't care about spring
Lights
until
out.
it
He
fits
hasn't
your
given him a
narrative.
run. He hasn't given him a run.
Classic WIP, whatever fits
I
your
really
narrative.
don't care about spring, but he does look good.
So, but JT was talking the other day about how he feels like Ranger is back to that super command guy, which he kind of got away from last year. Like he was,
Yeah, he did.
again, the Ranger. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm watching a different pitcher, but you got a fantasy draft over the weekend.
I couldn't believe it. I got him in the 22nd round, I think, and Christopher Sanchez went in the 21st or 20th round. And it's like, I love Christopher Sanchez. Like, taking him over Ranger is crazy.
Well, and also, given what Ranger's done in the postseason. So,
and again, this is also Rangers' first in a couple, actual spring training where he's been there and he's ready to start the season.
well, and, I feel like it's hard to light up Ranger. Like
I agree
Ranger will
with you.
have his outings where it's 4 runs or whatever, but I feel like it's never 6 runs.
Like a 10-run outing or whatever.
Yeah,
I
like
agree with you.
he's competitive enough.
He's got a very high floor each start.
For sure. So, but I think that this is the year that he finally like gets on the map, and like I think we see Ranger as really good, and the rest of baseball doesn't. That's why. It's why I think it's perceived around the league of like, oh man, the Phillies rotation isn't that good. Meanwhile, like everyone has them as a top 3 rotation, even with Ranger as like the number 3. So I'm excited about Ranger this year. What JT said about like guys that have stuck out, and he mentioned Ranger. I think we're in for one of those. Yeah, like I'm here.
Love it.
And I can't wait.
I really do feel great about the top 3. And I know it's not a bold thing to say. You just said it. You think all 3 are going to have good years. But more than I ever have. Like, I feel super duper confident about Wheeler, Nola, and Ranger. Honestly, it's the thing on the Phillies I feel the most confident about is the trio at the top. Like, of all the aspects of the team, I am most sure that Wheeler, Nola, and Ranger is going to be one of the best top 3s in baseball.
My second Ranger bold prediction.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I got 2. So I've said this every year, and I'm going to speak it into existence. He's going to throw a no-hitter this year.
Oh, yes!
Every year. You just listen. Ranger Suarez has the look of a no-hitter guy.
You also, people don't remember this, but you said that a Detroit Tigers pitcher, you didn't know which one, but you said a Detroit Tigers pitcher will throw a no-hitter for the Phillies last year before the season, which was unbelievable.
Did I? Yeah, I'm sure I did. And I appreciate you remembering that. There's definitely no audio.
I'm excited. You did do the Ranger thing last
every year.
So it's
I'm
kind of a little less impressive when you say it every year.
Until it happens, I'm going to predict
I like it.
Because it's the same theory I had with Jamie Moyer. Like Jamie Moyer during that stretch would like randomly flirt with a no-hitter like once a year. It'd be like the 8th inning, and be like, oh, a 42-year-old Jamie Moyer is currently working on a no-hitter. Like I could just see Ranger in like an hour and 58-minute game.
Oh, totally.
In the middle of July against whoever.
Totally.
The team doesn't want to be there, and he's just like is mowing people down.
And it's like a 75 pitch. He's like through 8 with no hits and 75 pitches.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening right
exactly.
now? Yeah.
Ranger Suarez is going to throw him.
Look, it's a good take. I like it. All right. My next one, you've mentioned his name multiple times today already.
Ooh.
JT.
Okay.
You just brought him up.
Yeah.
And this is an incredibly bold prediction. I'm using it more as a way to
gush about your.
You speak about, oddly enough, the mechanical adjustment I'm seeing in spring training that makes a difference.
You seem like a big spring training.
I think this thing
guy.
matters. I think that the leg kick thing matters. I think the bat. I know. I think it matters. So this probably won't happen. But so here's my bold prediction. And again, easy catchers, it won't happen. But I'm going to predict that JT leads the team in RBI this year, which is basically my way of saying I think he's going to be the 4-hole hitter all season long. I think he's going to grab the 4-hole spot and run with it. He won't lead the team. He was like 40 RBI behind Schwarber last year. Like he's just not going to get enough not playing every day and all that. It's so unlikely. But I'm going bold because I think JT is your cleanup hitter all year long. I think he's going to thrive there. I think he's the perfect guy to bat behind those guys at the top. I think JT is going to thrive in the cleanup role.
So I also have a JT. I know. It's annoying that we're on the same page with all this stuff.
Beautiful.
That's
Is what it is. It's beautiful.
I think that JT finishes the highest of the big 3, really, in MVP voting.
Whoa, that's even bolder than mine. I think mine's bold. That's pretty bold too.
I think he finishes higher than all of them.
Wow, so you think he's the best chance to win MVP this year? Wow, I love that.
That
is a bold. That is bold.
Well, and the other thing is that.
So we're all in on Jay as a podcast. We could not
seems
be
like
more
a
in on
problem.
JT.
Seems like a problem.
Bet against JT.
Yeah.
A short JT if you can.
But what he could be doing, I mean, what's also on the table for him, and I think this is actually what he's more concerned about, or not more concerned about, but I think it's on his mind, is getting another contract here.
Yeah,
so he
it's
has
about that time. You're right.
He has this year and he has next year. So if he goes out and has like an unbelievable year, they go on a run, he catches a lot, proves he can stay healthy. There's no decline in his game at age 33. They could extend him this offseason, so he's not entering into his last year with the Phillies. So maybe like a 2-year extension on top of his last year, so he's 3 years after this year. But I think that's on the table for JT.
Man, the 2028 Phillies are going to be just
so old. It's going to be so old.
It's going to be a bunch of like 37, 38-year-olds running around out there.
Right, JT's still catching.
I know.
But it's just like, yeah, and it's like you're trying not to make the same mistakes you made from 07 to 11.
I know, but it's so hard not to.
But it's so hard not to.
I love them.
Yeah, they're not allowed to leave.
I know.
We're going to give Schwarber an extension. He's going to be a leadoff hitter.
I know. It's going to be like, oh, you hated him as leadoff hitter when he was 30. Wait till he's 40.
Yep. No, they're never allowed to leave.
Great.
Dude, Castellanos is never allowed to leave now. Did
it.
you see that clip in the dugout the other day?
No.
So I guess the 17-year-old kid's dad won as a part of the Fantastic Auction. He won the opportunity to manage one of the spring training games.
That's very cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And he's talking.
I would just make so many moves. I'd be like, "You're hitting.
Yeah.
Get in there. Pinch run."
He's probably not allowed to make game moves. If I had to guess.
I'm sure.
But Castellanos was talking to him in the dugout, and Castellanos at one point goes like, "Oh, so you're managing today?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm excited." He's like, "Don't bleep it up." Very seriously. But it was like he had just enough sarcasm on it that it was both intense, funny.
We've talked about this, but like he's one of those people who both because of the content of what he's saying and the way he delivers it, like
you never know if he's joking.
Exactly. He's like an all-time. I don't know if you're serious or not, guy, and those are the best.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, it's true. You are the king of everyone I've ever known.
These bold predictions are serious.
I'll give you my.
Serious.
So speaking of which, this if I had one bold, like I believe in my list. There's one prediction that I'm not going to say I believe in strongly, but I felt like I wanted to give Nick Castellanos some love. So I do have a Nick. Then Nick Castellanos hits 35 home runs this year.
35's a lot.
He had 29 last year.
I know.
He wasn't even that good.
Well,
he was good in the first half, stunk in the second half. I think the power is real. We saw it in the playoffs. I don't think he's actually at 35, but I think he's going to hit over 30 home runs this year.
Listen, I will take 280.
Oh, my God.
25.
Yeah. Oh, I got a second.
And, just nice bottom of the lineup.
He had 29 homers last year.
I know.
And then if you take the playoffs, like, it's a freaking beast. Just saying.
I mean,
just
4 of them happened in 2 games.
Just saying, Jack. All right?
I'm just
saying,
4 of those happened
all right,
in 2 games. And how about this? This is my only thing that I care about with Castellanos. Don't expand the strike.
I know. Don't chase.
When you see spin,
just lay off. Don't swing.
When you see spin,
honestly,
take a deep breath.
Just assume that if you see spin, it's a ball because they're not going to throw you a strike. No. Like just assume until they throw you strikes. Like just don't swing.
The Castellanos turning around 100 off Strider's immediate reaction, the ballpark. Just a great moment.
Amazing, man. We get to see it again.
I know.
In a few days.
Well,
probably Friday.
I don't know if it's going to live up to this.
No, I don't think it'll be quite as jacked.
Yeah. Hold on. If they do play on Thursday.
Yes.
I mean, it's supposed to be Powder Blue Thursdays.
Oh.
So why are we opening the season in the Powder Blues?
They have to, though, right? Are they not?
No, they have to.
I don't think they will either, but they should. That's outrageous.
Traditional
better uniform anyway. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It's the best thing we got going in this city is those powder blue uniforms.
Well, that's pretty bold.
What else is better? What's better than the powder blue uniforms going on in Philly right now?
Kelly Green uniforms?
You would take Kelly Green over the powder blue? I mean, I like Kelly Green. I think the powder blue are the best uniform in sports.
215-592.
I think it's the best there is, man. I don't think there's anything better.
All right.
I feel strongly about this. All right. I'll give you another one. Well, I guess I'll give you another one. So this one, I actually think this is a really fun, bold prediction because you'll hear it and you're like, no, it's not that bold. But it is actually quite bold. Trey Turner will get 200 hits this season. Why is that bold?
Why?
He's never done it.
Really?
195 is his career high.
Wow.
And Jimmy Rollins, the last Philly to get 200 hits back in 2007. So this will be 15 years. Yeah, 17 years. Good math. 17 years since a Philly has hit 200 hits in a season. Trey Turner does it this year.
So
good one, right?
It's a good one because I was thinking this morning.
Never done it. I was shocked by that. I looked it up. I'm like, I wonder how many times. 195 was high and actually led the league that year. 195. So people just don't do it. It's just not too many walks, right? Not enough hits anymore.
Yeah.
But
because I was thinking about Trey this morning when putting this whole list of bold predictions together because I wanted to say
what did you want to say?
I wanted to say that Whit Merrifield would lead the team in hits.
Ooh.
But I was like, well, that's probably a problem for Trey, who I also have having a 30-30 season.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
30-30 season, baby.
So between us, if he gets 200 hits, 30-30, maybe we should predict MVP for Trey Turner this year.
I don't know if you heard, JT's finishing higher.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
we got real contradictions going on.
that
Really
scrub
do.
Bryce. We'll see what he can.
Just so you know, I too do my predictions with no thought for the other predictions. Like there is absolutely a prediction where it's like, well, that contradicts the one you said before. I'd be like,
well,
right.
it's
they're individial predictions on their own.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
That's right.
You know, if
I hit one of these, I'll be excited.
If we can hit one, if I hit the Ranger one, the
well,
Ranger no hitter,
we'll play that audio.
all I care about.
Forever.
But yeah, no, I just the Trey lead. Well, first off, should. I mean, if he doesn't, that's probably an issue.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also showing a little vote of confidence and wit. Like I think
I got a wit one coming.
Well, I'm trying to. I mean, by the way, I know Rojas made the team and Pache made the team, which is like just a smart hedge.
Why not? That's what I didn't understand the whole time. People were saying, well, it's got to be one or the other. I was like, why? I was like, is Jake Cave that valuable? Like,
Jake Cave, by the way, looked pretty pissed to be
not
a Rocky.
psyched to be a Yo, honestly, though, if you're Jake Cave, like, you should be, bro. Like, if you want any chance to have actually anyone pay you for a couple years or whatever, go rake in Colorado. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he should be ecstatic to be in Colorado. He's going to play more, and he has a chance to actually put up some numbers. Like, I wouldn't be as upset if
Quad A, Jake Cave.
Quad A is the king of Quad A.
Oh, no one better.
Yeah.
Spring training goat.
Yep.
Quad A, Jake Cave. But so like
also the oldest looking 31-year-old. It's unbelievable.
Incredibly old.
Like it's like those people have like white hair their whole life.
I just wonder. So with Merrifield, they signed him for $8 million, which is not nothing.
No,
so they clearly wanted to play.
8.5, I think, right?
I just do they want him to play enough? Because part of the selling point on Merrifield was
versatility.
Well, versatility, but also if you don't play him every day, that gets the most out of what.
Yeah, because he's older and you want to kind of preserve him.
But also, like, I mean, Marsh Merrifield is probably the best thing they got. I know
offensively,
the best
it is.
lineup.
Yeah, offensively.
Yeah, sure.
There's a big difference. I mean, Marsh in left and Ross in center defensively is significantly better. So
100%.
But yes,
but also,
offensively,
which do you think helps the team more?
Honestly, I think I don't know.
Oh,
defense matters, Fritzy.
You're such a defense guy.
Matters, Fritzy. I think I'd probably lean the bat way but like I don't know. I've seen Merrifield play a lot of second base. I haven't seen him play a ton of the outfield. I know he's done it the last few years. I haven't seen him with my own eyes. I don't know how he is out there.
Well, he's got
probably competent,
not a
but
great arm.
Not great. You know,
Whit Merrifield is a guy who can stand in left field.
That's great.
But it's been like. To be fair,
we're talking more than Kyle Schwarber or Reese.
We're talking about two people and a fan base.
We have had the left field of horrors for.
I do. Can you move?
Yeah, Witt's an upgrade.
Well, 100%.
No.
So
I think look, probably. I don't know. I think it's probably the bats, but I don't know. I do think I think you're underrating the value of defense here.
I'm not underrating the value of defense.
I
was thinking about
new age baseball guy.
I was thinking about getting a little spicy with some Brandon Marsh bowl predictions. But
oh, really?
I'm trying to I don't know, because I was like thinking good Gold Glover in left field.
Oh wow,
he's a
he
stud.
Could be. He was supposed to be the center fielder of the future. He could be, sure.
I know, and I just not surprising. We're in on a lot of Phils. I'm in on Marshy, man. Marsh was great last year.
The highest OBP on the team.
Which is
other than Harper.
OPS,
right? OPS. I think OBP too.
Really?
Definitely OPS.
Dude, he was one of the guys that had an 800.
He had a really high OBP too.
Brandon, and he walked a lot more last year than he did the year before. Good player. There's a good player there. And I'm excited for year 3 of Brandon Marsh, or year 2.5.
And he's shown real growth too. The hitter he was when he first got here. Yeah, he had a 372. Oh, I was right. So he had the second best OBP on the team after Harper last year.
So I know
he had a 372 on base percentage last year. Brandon Marsh.
We never
think about that. I mean, that's crazy.
He never gets talked about as a leadoff
829 OPS was the second best on the team, slightly above Schwarber. He was obviously didn't play as much, but he was their second best hitter when he played, which is insane.
And they never played him against lefties.
I know.
So we'll see. But he looks good in the spring. I'm so glad that the knee injury is not an issue.
Could there have been a more annoying story than that? Oh, he's not ready to start the year. Should have had the surgery early. It'd just be over and over. It's just so annoying. Thank God he's ready. I agree.
No, he's a good player. Good player, Brandon Marsh.
Okay. Is it my turn or your turn? I did the Trey one, but then did you do one in there? Was there a Brandon Marsh?
I had the Trey 30-30.
Okay, all right, good. So then I'll go again. This is just like a rote one, but Bryce Harper back over 1,000 OPS this year. Only done it once as a Philly, 1044 when he won. Has only done it a few times.
JT's
it's
leading
tough.
the team in RBIs?
Yeah. OPS.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I said the JT one was really more of a he's going to stick in the 4-hole prediction. Like he had 63 RBI last year, and Schwarber was over 100. So it's like so unlikely that he will lead the team in RBI. But I'm trying to make it bold.
Over 100 for Schwarber.
Yeah.
I was told he wasn't. No, he's not a big RBI guy.
Yeah, well,
for a leadoff hitter.
Who knew it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had 104. Do you know? Did not lead the team last year though. Led the team last year.
Bomer?
Casty, 106.
Wow.
Casty had 106 RBI last year. Wow.
Man.
But he stinks.
He had a better year than I thought.
Casty last year.
Yeah. 29 home runs.
Batted 272.
Yeah.
With 29 homers and 106 RBI. Like,
pretty good player.
Pretty good year, man. Like, I'll take that.
Again, it's so hard because
it's so ugly at times. It's like the guy is either good or the worst hitter you've ever seen in your life.
His OPSs by month are hilarious.
Well, it's honestly, it's like we got rid of Reese and we got Reese back. It's like this, at least Reese would
walk.
Yes, Reese never looked as bad because he would walk. Like Castellanos, won't get on base for 3 weeks or whatever. It's like, what is happening?
I know. Yeah, I don't know where I'm at with Bryce this year. Like I guess I just expect 330 homers, 95 RBI, and just another the first base thing. I mean, could Bryce mess around and win Gold Glove?
I mean, that Schwarber said it when he was with us. Yeah, I absolutely think Bryce is good at first base.
He is good at first
base.
He's
very
good. One error.
Yeah,
he made one error in his whole time at first base last year. I'm worried about the back.
I am too. That's why I was originally going to do Bryce wins MVP. That was going to be my original prediction, and I backed off it.
I just wonder.
1,000 OPS.
I wonder if
because I don't know if he'll play enough.
Yeah, I just feel like there's going to be a little load managing this year.
Yeah,
for Bryce.
That's why I went with that. That's literally why I went with an average category one that's isn't based on cumulative stats. That's why I was thinking 1,000. But I think he's going to be really good when he plays. Always. Is what I'm trying to say.
I've become so obsessed with his 500th home run.
Yeah,
I need
where it's going to be.
I need one of these 35, 40 home run seasons out of him.
Yeah,
because just to make up for the COVID year.
Yeah, to lock it in.
The COVID year is ridiculous. Freaking
lost a year.
Not to get mad at callers, but a caller the other day is well, he's only averaged 24 home runs.
What? Someone said that?
It was a reason why he's not.
Because you didn't count in the fact
and
that
I was well, one of those years is 2020.
Did they also take in the fact that he's been hurt in part of this? He was out till May last year. Oh God, we had sometimes, and then the worst. And I love callers. There are people who literally would not have a job without them. But when people call up and say something so definitively and it's wrong.
Well, that's every baseball.
Yesterday we had a guy call up and definitively said the Phillies only won 7 games that Kyle Schwarber hit a home run in, and it was no way. That's impossible. And our buddy Ryan Spader texts me in the moment, and he's like, that guy's wrong. Here are the actual numbers. They were had 40 wins when Kyle Schwarber homered or whatever. And then he had another stat where it was the Phillies gave up 32% of their runs in the 8th and 9th inning. It was 16%. It wasn't even in the hemisphere of close.
Dude, and maybe it's because I just know baseball more. But I swear the baseball opinions sometimes are just always just direct and mostly wrong.
I know.
I
come in
interact.
hot.
Yeah,
it's just off.
Oh, it's it's the same thing every year. It's the bullpen sucks. It's well, they don't.
I had that call yesterday. I'm hosting. A guy calls up. He's like, listen, I got to tell you. He's like, how are the Phillies going to win with this bullpen? It's terrible, blah, blah. And I was like, well, not to, harsh your mellow or whatever, but MLB just came out with their top bullpens and they're the #1 ranked bullpen. Now, they might not be #1, but they're certainly not horrible. All right?
And that's just and not to go on a rant about the fans.
Too late.
But is it this way in football? Do people?
No,
I can't tell, man.
Yeah, it's not.
I can't tell if it's like this in football and basketball. Who knows? But
just because baseball is a smarter sport.
But also, but I also think
you gotta be smart to handle it.
But I also think baseball is just sometimes I'm so surprised by the opinion sometimes where it's just so cut and dry. This is the. It's well, no, that's not. You can say this with as much conviction as you want, but it doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah. Well, the conviction is the thing that throws you off.
They're so convicted.
Yeah. Again, I was like, wait, did they only win 7 games? No, it's wrong.
A guy called me yesterday. He's like, Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff cost him the last 2 playoffs. The last 2 World Series.
What? Okay, it
What
did?
are you talking
Wait,
about?
what?
Why are you so
How many
mad?
NLCS home runs did he have the last 2 years? I'm just checking.
My big question for people is, why are you so mad?
That's a
all
great
the
question. It's
Deep breath.
really good.
Deep breaths.
Why has no one ever asked that to people before?
And why are you so mad? Deep breaths. All right, you ready for one of mine?
I've been ready.
At the trade deadline,
Ooh.
they will trade for.
Oh, you're giving a specific player? I love what it. Hold
Thank
on.
you.
I'm gonna get
Thank you. Yeah. No one better. No one better.
Ovation.
Yep.
Well done. All right, who you got?
They will trade for Ryan Helsley.
So great.
And
Hold on, let me guess.
both on the Cardinals.
Well, really shocking. I say you could have gone to another team. I was assuming you were sticking with the guy. Miles Mikolas.
No. Matt Carpenter.
Oh my God.
Yep.
How old is he? 42? 42?
Dude, 37.
It'd be nice to have a 40
38.
Nice to have another 40-year-old here in Philly sports.
38.
That'd be great.
So give him a nice veteran bench bat,
I love
lefty.
it. I would be fine with Matt
That can hit
Carpenter.
a home run.
He's hit the last couple of years.
Well, I won 71
Not last year, but 2 years ago with the
Dude,
Yankees. He was nuts.
He had 1,100 OPS.
Yeah. Ryan Helsley, though, he bringing in some. Also,
we do.
you know, we can thank him personally for giving us that. I guess Oliver Marmol is who we really should thank.
Well, listen, we can. I believe what was it the series before the end of the year is when he hurt his finger.
It's
Ryan
true.
Helsley.
I own Ryan Helsley on my fantasy
Me
team,
too.
so
Me too.
I'd be fine with that. How fun would that be? Closing out games for my squad. Let's go.
And it's not that I think the bullpen is gonna like. I just think that because I originally wrote down Emmanuel Clase, but I like the Matt Carpenter idea.
Yeah, and Helsley will cost less than Glass.
Yeah, he's only got a year left until free
without a
agency.
doubt.
So I just think that
I love this. I love that you didn't go starting. We all assume they're going to trade for a starting pitcher. You're like, no. I'm going a different way with the trade.
well, I had written down. I had the other idea of like they're going to trade for Sonny Gray.
Sure.
But how I kind of view the rotation at this point too is I am factoring in like Andrew Painter next year. So do I really think they're going to trade for a guy with multiple years when they've shelled out $42 million for Wheeler,
Mm-hmm.
30 for
Well, that's why I thought
Nola.
Montgomery made sense if you get him for a 1-year deal. But
Right.
yeah.
So like the rotation, you have Wheeler a ton of money, Nola a ton of money, Ranger coming up on
No
to
doubt.
get paid, Chris Sanchez nothing, whatever, and Andrew Painter. So like,
And you have money invested in Taiwan right now as it is.
unfortunately,
Like it or
yes.
not.
Plus the Turnbull extension. You have to factor that in. So I don't know, like unless it's such a pressing need at the deadline, like I'm actually fine with the rotation. Like,
Wow.
listen, it could be a pressing need.
So to the point, I've made this before, but you are correct that like Spencer Turnbull is what most teams' fifth starters are. It's
But
some
there's
version of.
But there's more
You know what I mean.
More than
I
the
know what
fifth
you mean.
starter.
Yes. Okay. The point being that, like, most teams' fifth starters are bad or question marks. Is the point?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The good part is they have two non-questions with him and Mick Abel. But yeah, so I just like you have to factor in, believe me, because again, I spent all car ride thinking about this in the drive in.
I'm not surprised
Because
at all.
what I really wanted to do, what I really wanted to write down, and this is personal for me. I wanted to write down.
Adam Duvall.
No. I wanted to write down that they're going to trade for Zach Gallen at the deadline. So that Stacy, but yeah.
We have to come apologize.
Yes.
I would
to
want
us
a full,
yes.
big time apology.
For mocking us.
Ruthlessly
But
and rudely.
because he only has a year left. They paid Eduardo. They have Merrill Kelly. They're obviously going to suck this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. That's
Dude, I
good.
hate the Diamondbacks.
Did you just hear that? I'm talking to Tucker right here. Not just nobody, but the camera too.
Yeah.
Did you just hear the real anger and
There
vitriol?
was vitriol.
Yeah.
on
Like that was like he was like joking around. Then he's like, "Freedom, man."
They're
Like
gonna-
that got real there for a
They're
second.
going
there.
to suck.
Like a real moment of hate.
No, it's like the
coming through.
freaking the Buccaneers meant nothing to me until 2002.
Yeah, it's good.
You know?
I like it.
And then now the
This is
Diamondbacks
good.
are
We
in
need
there
this.
too.
We need this Sorte.
They suck, dude. They
Yeah.
always suck. They
Yeah.
always suck.
I know. Paul Sewald out already to start the year.
Dude, how they couldn't square up Paul Sewald
I
is
know,
one
it's
of
embarrassing. Ginkle's good. Sewald. No.
Ginkle's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
That team sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I watch the postseason highlights, especially game
Stop!
1, game 2, it's like
Stop
how
doing
in the
it!
world did
What are you
blow
doing to
it?
yourself?
Oh my god!
All right. So I have 3 bullpen ones. Should I combine them? How many more do you have left?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll combine 2 of them. How about that? One, I'll just go right up against you because in this case, Ryan Helsley would be their closer in the postseason. My bold prediction, and this goes against your Jeff Hoffman thing as well. I'm sorry.
Ooh, bad take.
Sir Anthony Dominguez will be closing big games in October for the Philadelphia Phillies.
100%. No, I think Sir Anthony's in for a huge year.
I do too. It's way to say that I feel like he's back and I'm excited about it.
Him, I believe in the most.
And I just think he's done that before in the big game. Like I could see it where it comes back around to that.
Yeah. So I think Hoffman, like my Sir Anthony thing is that I think that they like having Sir Anthony and Alvarado be interchangeable.
I agree, but I think they will prioritize Alvarado staying in that role before I think Sir Anthony ultimately they'd be more willing to move him from that role before Alvarado.
Sure. And I couldn't be more in on Sir Anthony too because of what JT said as well.
Yeah, I know. That got me really excited.
I mean, JT was like, he looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and that was a big reason for my
99 with sync
buddy,
again.
Let's go.
I know.
How'd the run last year? Like we didn't have Sir Anthony last year. Like it wasn't anything, real for the team.
Dude, he's so hit and miss. But
yeah,
Sir Anthony, I keep wanting to call this team like playoff goats. But then I remember they did lose game 6.
It's hard to, after the 6-7.
I know, but it's like these guys all usually step up.
So close, man. So close.
Sir Anthony, the last 2 postseasons,
I've trusted him when he's been handed the ball.
Of the guys who are like, oh my god, like they raised their game to another level in the postseason. Sir Anthony like morphs back into 18 Sir Anthony in the postseason, where it's like, oh, he's just disgusting now. So and he's clutch too. Like he's got a lot.
That's why I liked him in that spot. I trust him. Yeah.
I would love a put. By the way, and again, fantasy drafts. Like Sir Anthony's not even getting drafted.
I know. Yeah.
I'm in holds leagues.
Well, that's weirder. Yeah.
You guys
in a closer league or a saves league.
Can you grow up by not being in hold? They're the greatest, man.
It's okay.
You gotta like really invest in bullpen, like looking around bullpen.
Too much effort here.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Jeff Hoffman, 35 win save season, of course.
Is that the bold prediction?
No, but
Ryan Helsley.
I'm going to get Helsley strictly because I want everything.
I like how the trade was more about Matt Carpenter than about Helsley.
Always.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. Well, because I think they are interested in having like a lockdown closer,
and
if you let everyone else settle into a role after that, they already have the best bullpen in baseball, allegedly. Which like is still I tweeted it. Like
it's just weird.
I can't wrap my brain.
Yeah, I can't either.
We lived through 2020. 2020
it wasn't long ago.
It wasn't that we had Mike Morin, Blake Parker, Jared Hughes, freaking Workman, Hembry, like the woats, man, the worst.
Yeah,
now they just have guys that they're 99.
I know,
insane.
Crazy.
And they found Jeff Hoffman.
I know,
and Michael Mercado is coming.
Yeah. Well, here I'll give you another.
And Griff's coming.
Well, I'll give you another one of my bold predictions. The one we're underrating. I think Junior Marte is going to stay on the team and make a difference this year. He looks nasty again.
Oh, here we go.
I think he's good.
Dude, hold on. Again,
I'm in on Junior Marte.
Tucker, how many times this podcast has he mentioned spring training?
He's big time into spring training.
That's all you care about is spring training results. You're sickening. You're sickening because you make fun of me all year.
It means nothing. Spring training means nothing. I'm just saying I like Junior Marte, and I may as well mention that he looks good because I already liked him. How about that?
Okay.
If he looked bad, I wouldn't mention it.
Right.
Hey, I said Nick Castellanos 35 home run. He's got like a 112 batting average in spring, all right?
You're not even going to bring up post-extension Strami?
Buddy, are you not going to let me get there? I told you I got more.
Okay.
I got Strami, too. I said I had 3 bullpen ones. My third's about Strami.
All right.
Do you want it now?
Yeah.
Matt Strahm will be the Phillies' most important non-Jose Alvarado reliever this year.
How many games did the Phillies win this year? Are you at 110?
108.
I mean, holy cow.
You're the one.
You're the one that's out of control. You're the one out of control today. No, Strom's really good. Like Strom,
I really like Strom.
He's just good.
Also, just his answer on why he reset, like everything about him, like in there, like obviously loves Philly, the whole thing, but he's like, yeah, it works here. He's like, I know when I'm sucking. You can tell me. It's just like, yeah, dude, awesome.
Yeah,
my freaking man there.
Nah,
fully in on Strom.
By the way, like last year's, I mean, he needed to start games out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere, out of nowhere, they're like, all right, Matt, guess what? You're starting, and he gave him innings, like legit innings to start the year, like, and then was like, all right, I'll go back to the pen. I'll give you 2 when you need it. I'll come out of here. I'll close towards the end of times, like,
he is the NLDS.
He is as about as versatile a pitcher they have. Mm-hmm. He's like that can do, like, he's honestly the only guy who can do everything. The only guy.
Yeah, a big win for Dombrowski.
Big win, and also that was a big one. And also, just to him, like, he definitely took a pay cut coming back here. Like, if he does this year what he did last year or anything close, he's getting more than $7.5 million on the market. Like, that was a good deal for the Phils.
Yep, and I'm glad that we get to reap the rewards of the long anticipated Matt Strahm breakout.
That's right.
Because it's like Pavetta.
Owned him in fantasy many times. Freaking Padres, like, all right, let's go.
Oh, the spin on his fastball.
Oh.
Yeah. They figured him out. Which is
They had all the guys. They figured them all out, we thought.
What?
The Padres.
No, I'm saying the Phillies figured out.
Oh, I know. I was joking back then. Yes.
Our guy.
Dinelson Lamet. Chris Paddock. They had some dudes.
Dude, I can't believe Paddock's bad. Like,
you were
really
sure
bad.
about him. You were sure about that.
I was dead serious about Chris Paddock. I just got I loved
That's
him.
amazing. Like he's just a lock.
And now he's like horrible.
I know.
I mean, like he's in the Twins rotation.
I know.
But yeah. What else do I have here? Oh, well,
I have two more.
This one. I mean, this you could have penciled this.
I could have written this one and just guessed that you're gonna. Yes.
Listen, by the end of the year, Aiden Miller is going to be viewed as
there it is.
top 20 prospect in all the sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly, it's not that bold.
Like we're gonna
It's a little bold, but like, isn't he already top 100?
Yeah, but he's like 90s.
Yeah. So
I just think that by
he's
the end
gonna
of
have
the
a big
year,
year.
it's going to be viewed as like, wow, the Phillies got a real steal with Aiden Miller. And by the end of the dude, I love
all right,
him.
so important question.
For
those who don't know,
they've kind of changed. I know this is the camera. We used to do this like little hitch thing before you would like, yeah, all right, there we go. So
give him his solo shot.
So he used to do this little like hitch.
Let him look at him. He's like my daughter. Zoe can't walk by a mirror without just like staring at herself for 3 minutes because she loves it. That's like Jack.
This is dynamite podcasting. So you used to have this like little hitch before going, and they've slowed it down to where you're just here to here, and looks like Ryan Braun. Except he can actually play third base on like that fraud.
And not and no help, right?
Yeah, just
clean,
pure strength.
Clean.
Pure strength. Dude, Aiden Miller is a stud.
So important question here.
Yes.
For those who don't know, I'm sure the entire podcast community would like to wish Walker a happy first birthday yesterday. Yesterday was his first birthday. Shout out to Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Happy first birthday. Who's more important to you?
Aiden Miller or Walker? So it's different. I mean, both are tied to my future for sure. But Aiden Miller is means a lot.
It's good.
Having like a dope hitting prospect.
It would be awesome. We never get that. I mean, when was that?
Like Stott and Bohm were
good hitting. What was the last like Burl? Like when was the last like
Dom?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sad. No, you're right. He was, dude. He so was. You're right. Other than Dom Brown, is it like last time we had a stud hitting prospect?
I
mean, Chase was a legit, but like it wasn't like
Reese sort of got there.
Reese, you're right. At the very end, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
But it was never like I don't think he was ever top.
No, he was never top. He was. I don't even know if he was on. He was like towards the end of 100 list. Like he was.
JP Crawford was really high.
He was, but he was full around. I'm talking a dude. It's because of the bat.
Right.
Like JP Crawford was like, oh, he's gonna be a great shortstop. You know, like I'm talking. When was the last time we had a guy where like this bat plays? Like Pat Burrell. I feel like
Bronco.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. Sure.
No, but speaking of Dom Brown, Walker, someone at McGurk's where I didn't actually see who it was gave me a Dom Brown baby shirt.
Sure.
So
that was why he was wearing it. I was wondering what that picture you tweeted. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why'd you get that for Walker?
Yeah. Someone gave it to me, and
Nice.
I thought it was funny.
It is funny.
Yeah. Gotta appreciate the legends of this franchise.
Oh, no doubt.
So yeah, I think Aiden Miller goes off this year.
I'm not surprised.
Yes, can't wait.
All right. Mentioned him before. I wasn't sure what the best Whit Merrifield bull prediction is.
Yeah, me either.
But I think he's going to be really good for the Phillies. So I'll go super. I'll play to the analytics crowd. I think that Whit Merrifield will be worth double what the Phillies played for him in terms of WAR, whatever you calculated. Have you calculated out?
Wow, $16 million player.
$16 million player this year from Whit Merrifield. I think he's going to be a really valuable Philly. Now, $16 million is probably too high as I think about it. And I was trying to be bold with the double. Yeah. It would be hard to get to $16 million of value if he doesn't play enough. But I think Whit Merrifield's going to be like a super valuable Philly.
Could he end the year with the highest average on the team?
Sure. Absolutely could.
I think that's where I'm at with it.
That's a good prediction. I like that.
Like he had a great spring.
A
lot of hits.
I don't really care about such.
I know you don't. I just want to be able to bring back. I want to be able to bring back the nickname Two Hit Whit.
Oh,
it's a great nickname.
Also, I mean, you made this point when they first signed him, and it really is true. Like he was raking last year, and then got hurt. Like, you know,
he said number 300.
Yeah, like the dude just hits, man.
Bad groin.
Dude just hits, and a bad groin will mess with you.
Ah, for sure. I mean, the cameras had one for 3-4 years.
His whole life. Yeah.
3-4
Imagine
years.
being that guy. All right, good.
All right, my final one.
I have one last one. Yes.
My final one is that the Phillies win the NL East.
My final one, that the Phillies win the NL East.
They win the NL East.
We have a line, my friend. I think they're going to win the NL East. And it's not just that, like, it is bold because, like, they are, like, plus over 300 if you look at the odds. Like, it is a bold pick to pick them to beat the Braves. They lost by 14 games last year. They lost by 12 the year before. Like, it is bold to say they're going to win the division. I actually really think they're going to win the division.
Me too. But it's a lot about, like, the Braves had some career years last year. I mean,
Totally.
Are they getting 54 from Olsen again? Are they getting
43-70 or whatever? Yeah, 43-71 or something like that.
Acuna.
41-73, whatever. I mean, it's insane. It never happened.
Eventually.
40-60 never happened. 40-50 never happened. Like, it's insane what the guy did.
Eventually. The Austin Riley falling off a cliff's going to happen.
It'll happen.
'Cause he's
It'll
not that
happen.
good.
I mean, it's like 5 years running. The prediction's been out there, and eventually he's going to just take off that cliff.
Bone's better than Riley.
Sure. Yep. Everyone thinks that.
Yep.
But
they had
sale won't work out. Fall apart.
So, like, again, fantasy drafts. But, Ozuna was so high. I was like, why is Marcell Ozuna ranked so?
Because
40 homers.
I was just about to say because he had 40 homers last year.
How did that happen?
I know. I had the same. I went when I was prepping for the fantasy draft. I just went and I like looked at stats. I was like, let me just look where some guy. And I had the same thing. Like I got to homers and I'm like, what? My eyes popped out of my head. I was like, 40? He had 40?
I know.
Yeah.
Seems ridiculous. Now the one player who I am like more in on the Braves than like last year was also Sean Murphy's first year. I think he's a good player.
He was. I mean, I think he was good. And Michael Harris, I think, is going to be much better this year than he came on last year, but I mean, he was sent down to start last year. I think Michael Harris is a damn good player. Like, I think that sucks. He's good, and a great fielder. Like, he's just a good player.
Morton, Sale, they staying healthy all year.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can count on that.
Freed's missed time the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, and they don't have actually the starting depth that they usually have. Like Bryce Elder stinks.
Yeah. They don't have the guys just cycle through and keep moving up. And
although
Smith Shawver could be all right, but
no, they have the next Strider, which is terrifying.
Do they really?
Yes.
Who?
Kirsten Waldrop.
Oh, yeah, I know I recognize the name. Is he that good?
He's gross. Yeah. If you're in a dynasty league or like whatever, take Kirsten Waldrop in your dynasty. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
He's gonna be disgusting.
So I'll give you one more thing with the Braves too. That is outside of all that, like psychologically speaking, honestly, like. You go all out. You win 101 games. You win 104 games. And you lose to the team that finished behind you each of the years in the playoffs. Like, both organizationally speaking, like, I think if the Braves have an injury where they're like, you can play through it or you could rest, I think they're going to veer towards rest. And I think that psychologically, the players, like, they're going to be like, we don't have to win the division. Like, we don't have to. It has not helped us to win like, I'm not saying they're not going to try. They're going to try and win.
What if it's the last weekend of the year? They're tied for first place.
They sit their guys.
And they just sit them and let the Phillies win the division.
But I do think, my point being that I do think there is, like, I think the Phillies, like, look, the Braves might just be better. It might not matter, whatever. But I think the Phillies care about winning the division more than the Braves.
Right. And I think the Braves this year, it's so funny because I think the Phillies are so in their head. I mean,
how could they not be?
Before the playoffs last year, they're doing the whole simulated game to create the crowd noise. And you already have Snicker complaining. I mean,
oh, my God. Like, my wife and my family's never coming back. Really? What did they do? How horrible was it? Like, this whole, like, we've been to every single one of these games. We actually stand behind the section where the families are. I have yet to see one bad thing. I've yet to see one person, like, every once in a while, someone might yell something dumb or whatever. And honestly, and Phillies, they've been all over it. Like, Phillies, like, the people who work the game, like, they are like maniacs about, like, one time someone booed at them. They literally just went boo, and they're like, shut up over there. Like, they're not standing for it. It's like, I don't think, I'm calling BS on that. Like, I don't think that happened. I'm sorry. I don't think you got harassed in any way, shape, or form that is to the point where you're acting like this. I think it's BS.
I think, and plus, I mean, even when we're standing there and a guy comes over is a little too drunk, I think a lot of the Phillies fans too are like,
yeah, shut up. Yeah, dude, don't do that. Yeah, no one likes it.
Snickers a fraud.
Yeah, I've fought you as a manager. I'm out. Screw that guy.
He's a huge baby. He's already complaining about the rules and the.
How
he doesn't like the format.
How is it that Spencer Strider's like the one guy in the Braves? We're like, all right, he's cool.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well,
out of all of them, Strider's like the only one where I'm like, yeah, dude, he's a dude.
I wanted to write out that Wheeler's gonna win the Cy Young,
and then it's like,
I just think Strider's gonna be.
He's so good.
Ridiculous.
He's so good. I think he's gonna. I agree with you. I think he's gonna. I mean, he might lead the league by 50 strikeouts, maybe more. Like, he's...
God, baseball's back Thursday.
Yeah, buddy.
Fantasy.
And also, like, we haven't talked a lot about it, but, like, I mean, you mentioned it. Like Strider, we have the 2 Cy Young favorites squaring off to start the season. Like
on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday, definitively on Friday. Bank on Friday. How much though to the thing? That's awesome, is what I'm saying. But how much do you think that? What was it? 2 years ago where they canceled opening day and it ended up being a gorgeous, beautiful day. It was last year. How much do you think that weighs in their heads? Because they did it last year. They're like, all right, we're gonna push it to Friday, whatever, and it ended up being a perfect day for baseball. Do you think they maybe are a little more gun shy to move it this year than they were last year because that happened?
No. I just think it's so funny. It's like, yeah, we have to build on the off day for, if there's rain. It's like, well, you can do that every day.
I know.
You can do that every day if you wanted to.
And look, as much as I love having the home opener or the opener here, home opener's always there. Like, can we just figure out a way where you just schedule teams in domes and on the West Coast to start April? Like, is it that hard? Like, just have us be on the road. It's fine. Just put us in Florida or whatever, where the games won't get for opening day. After that, fine. But like for opening day, just schedule them all in warm weather dome. There are enough warm weather dome places where you can have all the games there. I believe. I don't know that for sure, but I'm assuming. What do you think?
I would think so.
You would think, right? You would think over half the stadiums are either in warm weather places or in domes.
Yeah. Well, one of these years. Baby steps with baseball.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
That's it.
We went a whole podcast. Without talking about Shohei, but that's all right.
Oh my God, I forgot all about it. Yeah. What are we gonna say?
I don't know.
I think he's lying. I don't know if he really gambled or not. He probably didn't. I think he's absolutely lying that he had no idea about any of it happening. But like, look, I don't want anything. Like I've heard a lot of Phillies fans be like, "Oh, great, like we love baseball here." Like I want it to go away. I want Shohei to be fine. I want him to be able to play baseball and be the unicorn for this sport that he is. Like just go away.
Yes, I hope that he did not bet on baseball.
Yeah, and I don't think he did. I really don't, but I hope he didn't. I agree. But
I would like Shohei to continue.
I want Shohei to continue to play baseball. That's it. And let's move forward.
Big Shohei takes then.
Yeah, that's our hot take on Shohei. All right. And so are you going to the game no matter what or just on Thursday? If it's Friday, can you go?
Well, yeah, because we got to do the show.
Oh, you're doing the show. All right. So I will probably be there either way. I definitely will be there Thursday. Friday, tougher, but I'll probably be there.
Saturday, I'll be there too.
Yeah. So either way, we'll be back to react to it after the weekend.
Sunday night.
Can't wait.
I know. Baseball's back.
All right. Go Phils, man. Go Phils.
Go Phils.
Go win the NL East. Prove us right on one thing, please. Until then, he's Fritz and Seltzer.